Hello, hello,
What's your name?
hello, hello. What's your name? My name is Mommy. Your name is.
Missy.
Hello, hello. What's your name? You are
Big,
years old and you're a
big, big, good,
big girl. You are
good,
3 years old and you're a
big, big, good.
big girl. Now let's say goodbye. Goodbye. What do I say? Where do I start? How you guys doing? How's everyone doing? I've been MIA for a minute, but this video is a long time coming. Like, it's been a while, and life happens. Life happens to the best of us. Life happens to the most of us. Life happens to all of us, right? And but in the recent months, let me not even say recent, like it's been a year that I've been hearing God telling me I need to go back into the videos, and He directed me on what to talk about. And with the things that I'm prompt to talk about, is difficult. It's really difficult for me because first, before I could even come on here, because what I don't want to do is not be transparent, open, and honest, because then it will defeat the whole purpose of having this channel. And so before I could even come on here to do that, I had to dissect everything, come to the realization of everything, then mourn the fantasy of what was to what is, and then allow myself the opportunity to process my current reality before I could even be anything, before I can even come on here or just live life altogether. So yeah, if you watch videos before, you know about, I have a daughter. Her name is Blessing, and she is nothing short of Blessing. She's absolutely a blessing to me. Blessing saved my life, saved my soul. Things that I can't even bring up and talk about. Blessing is truly a blessing to me, and to many, and to most that she comes in encounter with. Um, so, as I explained in prior videos, Blessing, um, my husband and I struggle with infertility, and we had multiple fertility treatments and multiple doctors, and we was told that we would never have a child, and to give up, forget about it. It would take fertility treatment and a blessing and a miracle to have a child. So hence 3 years later, she's here without fertility treatment. But sometimes we 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 have a fantasy on how things will work out, but we just gotta know that all things work out for our good. And at the age of 6 months, Blessing had was administered her 6 months vaccinations, and within that couple of days of her being vaccinated, I had noticed that she was not cooing, she was not babbling as much, and it went from her not doing it that as much to her not doing it at all. And and it was alarming for me because I watched it right before my eyes, and and I started paying more attention to her. And then I remember it may have been around so she may have gotten those vaccinations maybe the end of her 5th month or by 5th month. I took her to the doctor. The doctor said that she was like, she sent me to her. I went to her NICU doctor because I usually take her back to the hospital where she was born, being that she was born 10 weeks early. And the specialist advised me that she did not see any reasons for me to be concerned. Blessing was fine. She does have some delays, but that is to be expected because she was born 11 months early. So she was like, it's not anything, she doesn't see anything alarming to take my baby back home. So about 6.5 months, 7 months, I went back to her, and for the same thing. I noticed that she's not rolling over like most people should, babies should. Like she's still struggling with. She was able to roll backwards, but she was struggling to roll. She would roll over, but not consistently. So she was like, again, keep in mind her adjusted age is 3 months. She may be 6 months on paper, but she was born um 10 weeks, 11 weeks early. So she's not really 6 months. So that's what she was telling me. So I was like, okay. So she's like, but this is your second time bringing your baby here. I do not see any delays that is concerning. I don't see anything alarming. However, the state have a program. They will come out and evaluate your child if they seem her deemed fit to be in a program. They will come and provide you services in your home. She provided me with the phone number, and she said most likely my baby would be qualified because she will be deemed fit because, excuse me, she does have some delays where, because of her age and her adjusted age, she does have some sort of delays because of that. And they go by the weeks that she's actually born, not her adjusted age. So I called the company, the state, and they came out, they evaluated, they did a full evaluation, and they did deem her fit. And they said that they didn't see as much, but they said that she was fit for some services, and I can advocate for her to get all services. So that's what I did, and they started coming to the house. And while I was working with her, even then, the therapists would say they don't see the things that I'm saying, and I just felt like, although I never had a child before, and I basically was going off of, I don't know what I was going off. It's just like a mother's intuition or a parent intuition. I just don't know. Because when I would ask my friends, when did their child do this and when did their child do that, they will always tell me, leave her alone. She's different. All children are different. Allow her to be, allow her to be, like, she will catch up. That's what all my friends would tell me. So, that was that. I need to get comfortable. So, she was getting her services, and more and more I would see certain little things that made me feel like, what is going on? So I would search the web, I would search YouTube, and it wasn't anything that I wasn't finding any help or any parents or anyone with their children with those, like, not specific, right? So I would just it would be nighttime while she'll be sleeping, and I'll just be searching the web, searching the YouTube, searching, just searching, and I just started paying attention more and more to her. Like, I remember one day I cried because I think I was on social media. I think it was on social media, and it was this baby. He was laying like this on the bed with his leg like this, crossed like this over each other. And the baby looked about the same age as Blessing, maybe 6, 7 months, 7 months. And I've never saw Blessing set like that. And I just cried. I bawled like a baby. And I remember, like, it was at that point that the baby wasn't doing anything. The baby wasn't saying anything. It was just the position the baby was in that made me feel like I never saw my baby sit in that kind of position. For some parents, it would be like, they would be like, that's not a big deal. But for me, I think it was something that was in my spirit that was telling me no. Like, Blessing is different. I couldn't put my hand on it, but I knew that something was different about her. So I started working with her harder, like more. And I would make up toys, I would make up games, I would make up things that would help to enhance her, basically her movement, her mobility, and things like that. Like, I would read her affirmations to her. I started putting stickers and things on the wall. I just started building up things, making up games to try to help her in any way I could. And I was really successful with it because I would make up games where to help her to crawl, all types of things. So, long story short, I'm prolonging this because I'm still struggling with just this whole thing. And but like I said, the Holy Spirit already advised me that this is needed. And not only that, I know it's necessary because the way I searched the web, like, I wish I had a me that could, because all children are different, of course, but I wish I had a me that when I was searching the web, I could say, oh yeah, I saw that. Oh yeah, I noticed that about my child. Oh yeah, or even though, even not even if you, what I'm saying can help someone in the same, that has the child with the same behaviors. Just the fact that you knowing that you're not alone, just the fact that you know you're not going crazy, you seeing what you seeing the signs, just the fact of knowing that, like, your child is perfectly, wonderfully made and beautifully made. Just the fact that of knowing that someone else can understand what I'm dealing with or what I'm going through. So anyway, this is the reason why I feel the need. I know that not only the fact that the Holy Spirit advised me to, but I know that it is necessary because I was desperate. I was really desperate. And like I said, I searched and I really couldn't find much of anything that would help me to the magnitude of what I want to do when it comes to this channel. Anyway, took Blessing to, so I started working with her, talking to her, and she would just look at me. Like, she wouldn't say much of anything. And like, when we got to her, I started reading, and the more I read, I started putting her symptoms in, well, her behaviors in, and the more I read, like deep reading, it was just something in me that was letting me know that it's a name to the, because I just kept on saying Blessing was different, and it's a name to what those behaviors are, right? To those behaviors. And I call it exceptional. The doctors call it autism, but God called her perfect. And long story short, at the age of 2.5 months, Blessing was diagnosed with autism. And I don't use the word autism, not because I'm in denial, not because I'm ashamed, not because it made me feel bad, only because when I think about Blessing, she's exceptional. And I believe that there is no better word to use to describe her other than that. Exceptional. Blessing is highly intelligent. Um, she is so bright, full of life, and she is my exceptional baby. She processed everything. I could be working with her like for days and for months, and she just like look at me as if like, girl, what are you talking about? And then out of nowhere, one day when I'm not even paying no attention and not expecting or anything, and she just busts out and do the thing that I've been working with her on for the longest. So it's like I know that she processed things differently. She take a little longer to get it, but when she get it, she's just amazing. She's my exceptional baby. She was diagnosed nonverbal, and but some may not understand this. I know that this is for a season. I know that this is for a moment. I know that this is for a time, and this is for God's glory. Blessing will speak. She will speak clearly for everyone, not just me, but for everyone to understand her. Um, Soon before I found out that she was um, before I got we got the diagnosis, I Blessing loved music, and rightfully so, because from the time I found that I was pregnant, I would play music and put it on my stomach the whole entire time. So she loved music. So what helps us is music. I will make up a song if I want Blessing to get something like that. I will make up a song about it. I made up a song about her singing her name, her age, and that she's a girl. And basically, whatever I want her to learn or whatever I want her to get, we just make up a song. I make up a song about it, and just like that, she gets it. So it's safe to say she learned differently. Like,
A booster quacky quack. A booster quacky quack. A meal quack. What's that?
what's that?
What's that?
That's a light.
A bees. A bees. I want to buy a bees for my
You want to say hi to the people? Hi. Blessing. So, I learned early on that if I want Blessing to get it, she will. We have to make up a song, and I also learned early on that Blessing, what's affected the most is her expressive language. She understand what you're saying to her is her response. Like she can get to information, but it's like what do she do with the information the is the thing that she struggles with. Um, like for example, if I ask her, Blessing love animals. She knows all the colors, all the shapes, all the names of the animals and the sounds that they make, right? And if I hold a monkey and I said, what is that? She knows what it is. But for her to respond to me, that's a monkey, she struggled with that. However, she'll bring me the monkey and say, that's a monkey. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah. That's a horse. Nay. That's a sheep. Bad. Blessing. Blessing. No, no. No, no. Thank you. she'll bring me a pig and say, pig, oink, oink, oink. But if I take that same pig and say, what is this? It's like she knows what I'm saying, but her response is, that's it's trapped. It's trapped. So, my life is revolved around Blessing. Every day I wake up and it's work. Like, I'm not saying that being a parent, being a mom is not a 24-hour job. It absolutely is. But being a parent of an exceptional child, it's on a whole nother level. Like, there is no minute off. There is no time off. There is no second off. Like, um, I can remember Blessing, like, January. We both were sick. And because of that, she was sick with fever. We was really sick, bad. And I wasn't really giving her a bath because I was so sick as a dog. She got these little buckets, and I would just lay her on the bed and wash her up from the little buckets. And this was about a week. After that week, it was about 2 weeks we were sick. After that time, I'm trying to get back in our routine. Blessing. When you get on here, I can't remember what I was saying because I had to stop to attend to Blessing. So I'm off track right now. But when I search YouTube and you find videos on, families talking about, speaking on like a child being exceptional. What you don't find much of, which I totally get it because this is the reason why I'm struggling with this. The parents showing you the child, like letting you see firsthand the behaviors and the struggles of a child, because that's exposing your baby to the world. And this world can be really cruel and can be really mean. And people tends to speak on things that they have no clue or have no educational background on, and or experience on. And honestly speaking, a child on a spectrum, I truly believe that you need more than educational background to be able to speak on a child on a spectrum. Because if you meet a child on the spectrum, you meet that one child, because it's a spectrum. So no two exceptional child is the same. So for a doctor, a professional, like, you really can't, nobody can tell me anything about my baby. She's exceptional. She's different. She is not like no other, So, and I want to cover her. I want to protect her. I want to keep her safe. What I do know is it's another mother, another father out here struggling and hoping to find answers and hoping to find someone that that can relate to what they're dealing with and what they're going through. Another parent that I may say something that worked for me and mine, and they try it and it's noticed that it worked for them. Another parent that's desperate, like I was, like I still am, looking for answers, like on how to help. Blessing is currently not potty trained. And to talk to parents that has neurotypical children, they won't understand the struggle that I'm dealing with in potty training Blessing, because a neurological child that's 3 years old understand the concept of the potty. They understand what the potty is for. They understand when they have to go. They understand having a feeling of what they feeling. Besson doesn't get that. She doesn't understand that. She doesn't, like, every time she goes on herself without the pull up on, she's looking at it like shocked, like what is that? Like wow, like she is not ready. Like, and I don't even know how to help her to get ready. And these are the things that you don't really hear too much about, or you don't really find videos about, because that's in the attempt on trying to protect your child. But my attempt here is not only to help my child, but to help somebody help their child, you know? Like, you're not the only one going through that. Like, you're not. And don't let anybody make you feel less than, or you are incapable, or whatever they make your feelings, they making you feel, because you are, your child is different. Your child is exceptional. Like, so, yeah. So I will be talking about some of the challenges that Blessed and I faced in this journey. You know, this is a journey. This is a roller coaster. And I say to myself every day, I go to sleep, I wake up, and the moment I open my eyes, the roller coaster is like, oh, you up? Let's go. And the machine starts. And it doesn't end, it doesn't stop until I close my eyes and go to sleep. I never feel like I'm fully rested. Never. Blessed is a 24-hour a day project. And I don't want to call her project, but like she's a 20, it's 24 hours a day. I feel like I'm on the clock doing triple time every day. Like, literally. I absolutely love and adore my baby, and I wouldn't have it no other way. God gave me her. God made her, like, gave me her because He entrusted me with her. He entrusted I would do right by her, and I will live the rest of my life trying to give her the best possible outcome, the best life I could. And sometimes it's a struggle, because every day I go to sleep and I wonder, did I mess up? I wonder, how can I do better? I wonder, could I've had done anything better? Blessed is considered nonverbal, so some things that I want to know the answer to, I don't know the answer. Like, she's Blessing. What if you break it? Blessing, Blessing. You know, so I'm saying Blessing. She hears me, right? And say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Blessing. You say hi? Okay, well then go watch your TV. Go ahead. No, please. Go ahead. Give me a kiss. Thank you. Go ahead. Go. Go ahead. I don't want to be a queen. You're a queen. You put it on yourself. You a queen. Yes, you are. So, as you can hear her saying little words here and there. Well, let me not dumb it down. She does say more than just little words. Not fluently. recently she started saying more and more. And that's because I continuously work with Blessing every day. Like, I cannot have a day where I say, oh, today we're just gonna lay around. First of all, let me just start by Blessing doesn't go to sleep until like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Recently we started going a little earlier because she started summer camp and she had to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. So her body was going through some type of shock, like, what is going on? I have to wake up at 7:30. What are you talking about? So she's been trying to go to sleep around 10:30 every day. But summer camp is over, and I'm trying my best to stay on that schedule, to keep her on that schedule, because it was so much better for me. I found myself being able to have some me time without me laying in the bed and just being so exhausted and waking up, and like, that me time is so important. So her going to sleep at 10:30, I can take an hour to myself. Most times I fall asleep trying to put her to sleep. But the days that I'm able to put her to sleep without falling asleep. So I was talking, I'm not even sure when did I pause the video, because I paused it to help Blessing, to assist Blessing. So I'm not even sure what part of the video did I stop. Again, it's challenging making videos because, again, my baby is exceptional and she needs me all the time. She needs me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and whenever she needs me, I will stop the video to do so. I hope that you understand it, and when I go and edit, if I notice that I had stopped somewhere, I didn't finish it, most likely I will discuss it on the next video. I do remember me talking about from when Blessing had got sick in January. I stopped there and I never finished. And what I was saying is, it took us a month, 3 weeks before I could get her back in the tub, because she just like would not get back in the tub, screaming, crying as soon as I turn the water on. Crazy thing is, Blessing absolutely loves the water. Like, love the water. Like, she loves bath time. It was a struggle. Even recently, she was in the hospital for 6 days. She had stomach virus when she first started going to school. She picked up a bug and got sick, severely sick, to the point where she was hospitalized. Sick for 6 days. 6 days she could not. She was eating in the bed at the hospital. Well, the first 3 days she didn't eat anything at all. 4 days she didn't eat. 4 days she didn't eat anything at all. And eating in the bed when I finally got her to eat, because of course the chair is too high. She was wrapped up in so many different things, so she couldn't really move off the bed. So I fed her while she was on the bed, and I was doing the feeding. It took me almost a month to get Blessing to start feeding herself back when we got home. My sister came over. Blessing. Princess. Blessing. What is that? Oh! My goodness. Oh my God. Life is not easy. That's the only thing I can say about it. But anyway, my sister came over for 4 days to visit. And she decided that she was going to spoil Blessing and feed Blessing and eat snacks all day with her. Well, when she went home, it took me 3 weeks to get Blessing to start feeding herself again. And it took a month to get her to eat. Because everything that I was meal prepping prior to that, she no longer wanted it because her taste buds had changed. Blessing is plant-based. I make all her meals. Recently I had to start tweaking things around because she started school and is no nut policy, and a lot of her meals was made with nuts because we are plant-based. So recently I started buying things bought from the stores, but even then I'm really skeptical and I'm really conscious of what I'm feeding her. And Blessing food aversion, where she doesn't eat a lot of different textures. She doesn't eat a lot of things. So between her not eating certain things and us being plant-based, our window is very limited on what Blessing will eat. But that's a whole nother story for another day. I just wanted to end this video here because it's going into too long, longer than I intended for it to be. So I just wanted to get on here and just say hello and just reintroduce ourselves and just basically talking in reference to what my current life is now and what we're dealing with now, and in hopes that we can help someone else that is searching for some sort of answers or searching just to feel like they are not alone. So I'm gonna leave it here. I have multiple videos that I've already recorded, just didn't upload. I wanted this video to be my first video because the videos that we recording is just going into things, and I'm not saying anything about our current situation, her current diagnosis, her current life, how everything going. So I end it here, but I don't end my love. I see you soon. Talk to you later. Until then, be bold, be brave, and most importantly, be blessed.